Good morning, everybody. This is Ursula at Ursula's Art, and this morning Angie and I say hello, Angie.
Hello.
There she is, my partner in crime. We're going to try again today to attempt a ring pour. Not a ring pour, a comb pour. It starts with a tree ring pour, and we're just going to use black, white, yellow, neon yellow, and copper. That's all. I'm not even sure if those colors are great, but I really just wanted black and white, but I thought I'd add a little zip to it. So let's see what happens. Gloves.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we're going to pour our cups. We're not going to make a lot of paint up because I think I overdo that a lot of times. So I'm going to just use small cups like this. I think you can see that. And we're going to just layer the cups and then just pour them on with a little slight circular motion. And you're going to use one with a beak on it. Let me shut this thing off. Ah, good. We don't need that noise, do we, folks? All right, so we're going to start with a little white, and she's going to do whatever I do. Right, so she'll just pick it up after me. And actually, I hate handling that big thing. So I'm going to just pour some of that white into another cup and use that instead that way. Cushion. Yeah, I think we better put a cushion because once you start with the combing, if there's nothing down already, it doesn't move. I'm glad I remember it because that's I'm looking at the video again. So I'm going to put this here first, some of this that we'll need. And then Angie and I are going to put a cushion on our cushion. Is just a foundation for the paint to flow into the other paint, that the paint that you pour to flow into it. If you leave it nice and wet. And we're going to just swirl this a little bit like this. Okay, I'll put it in camera range. Just get it moving around all the edges, nice. Get any lumps out that you see now. That would be a good time. Whoops. I'm going to go over the side already, and I don't want to do that. At this point, try not to get it over the side. Just lift right up to the ledge. And when we get it down flat, we can bring it the rest of the way down, the rest of the side of the ledge. Okay, sometimes you can't avoid it. Alrighty, thank God for these boxes. I tell you, they save you a lot of cleanup afterwards. Okay, I got a big lump in here, so I'm going to get that out right away. Tweezer, I always need that handy. Got any lumps in yours, Ange?
Yeah, I see a couple.
Okay, so I just get my tweezer and get that out right away. Goodbye, you nasty thing. And yes, spread it out to the edge with the stick. So we're spreading it out the rest of the way with the stick. Then we'll give it a little bit of a blow with the torch. Get any bubbles out. I'm not sure. I make sure that you gotta make sure you put enough down, because although it's going to spread to the edges, but you really just want to make sure you have enough down to the edge so that when you do that comb with the the comb swipe, it won't get stuck there. And that happened to me a few times. I thought, yep, you need this cushion. Okay, so a lot of this, folks, is try again. And keep looking at videos of people who know more than you. That's how we learn. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. We all have to start somewhere. And eventually, you'll get a nice one. Eventually, with God's help, you'll get a nice one. So I'm going to just give this little shot with the... I'm not sure where these lumpy things are coming from. You don't want lumpy things, because then if you epoxy this or varnish it, what's going to happen is the varnish just amplifies the lumps. Now, she hasn't got lumps, but I have lumps, so I'm going to get them out of here now. pretty easy to get them out at this point. Nasty things. It's probably from the paint, the house paint. Okay, so maybe a little bit on the side here. Bring some of that on the side. Oh, nice. Okay, so we've got our cushion down. It's called a cushion. This initial thing you have to do. And now we're going to layer our cups. And you say, well, how do you layer a cup? That's whatever goes in the cup first. All you have to know is whatever goes in the bottom first is going to come out at the end last. So if you want like your white in the center, you're going to put it in first. So I'm going to put my white in first, and I'm going to be layering anyway. You're going to work with me?
Yes.
So I'm going to put about that much white. And I'm going to try to not put the yellow and the black together because I have a feeling it's going to turn. Oh, I didn't get this open. Can you open that for me? Maybe you're stronger than me. Maybe you're not. I'm going to have to give it a couple of bangs. Oh, she got it. Okay. My hands just ain't what they used to be. So I'm going to put the copper in next. And I'm going to put it down the side. I'm not going to do a dirty pour right into the center.
Okay.
So that it comes out in layers instead of everything all mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm going to do the black. Yeah, this is easy to pour. I don't need to make this in a smaller thing. So that was copper, black. And I'm going to do the white again to keep the black away from the yellow. Now this yellow thing says it glows in the dark with something called a black light. I don't really care about that, but I just like the color. Okay. So we did the yellow again. I'm going to do the white again. I'm going to try to layer everything with the white so we have quite a bit of white layers. And black. Boy, this black stinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's true about this bad, well, it's not, I won't call it bad Floetrol. It's just maybe it's been around too long, but it still does what it's supposed to do, which is the main thing. So we layered with white again, black again. Oof. Yellow again. I want to make sure I get that copper in there because that's, the metallics are just marvelous. And the white again, and we're almost full. I'm not sure if I like my colors I chose, but like I said, this is practice. Maybe I should have just stuck with black and white, but you know, that's kind of boring. Not really. Black and white can be just gorgeous. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to just see if I can get a little lip on it without cracking it. And just begin to do a tree ring pour, which is a slight circular motion with your hand. Seeing a lot of black. Here comes the yellow. Maybe a little lower. Yes, that's better. That's better. See, when you do it from high, it was like making this paint spread too fast because it was, gravity was putting more pressure. So here comes the white, which is what I want. Oh, look where the copper is.
That's nice.
Cool. I love when it does what it's supposed to do. So what's here is a tree ring pour. And I'm waiting for Angie to do hers. And let me see if this thing is still on. Yeah, it's still on. I'm just going to bring you guys a little bit in for a close-up because the camera's pretty far away to get both of us. Alrighty. I like the colors. I'm surprised, actually. Ooh, it's making cells. And that's interesting because I didn't particularly put anything in there. So if a Floetrol can make, oh, that is pretty. Floetrol can make cells. So that's what it's, see the cells coming up, those cloud cells. which is a bonus. I have no idea why it's making cloud cells, because usually you have to add Liquitex medium or satin medium. But oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? I just want to leave it. I'm going to make a clock soon again, and that'd be pretty colors for a clock, I think. Okay, let's see, guys. So we're going to begin to, if I can get both of us from this end here. Oh yeah, okay. Move this over here so you guys can see both of us working. Just ignore the phone. Want to shut that door, Ange?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll try not to get any unnecessary noises. All right, so here we go. So now we've got, I have to decide where to swipe it with the combs, right? We have a nice little assortment of combs here. Good old hair section. Just regular combs from the hair section. We've got this one, this big fat one, and we've got another big fat one, and we've got this little skinnier version here, and some that are just more little skinny versions like that. And these right here. Whoops, can you see that? Oh, now you can. Okay. So we're going to do that. And I hate that white's going off the side. Try to control it. Hers isn't doing that. That's good. And then I've got this thing that I got in the mail with ordering a silicone pad, and it's got teeth on it too. So we'll play with that also. So, okay, she gets comb, I get a comb. What choice do you want? And these are both the same, really. So you get two of these. Ah, look at your cells coming up. God, I don't want to ruin that. And we're ready to do some of this. That's the scary part. So if I put the white into that, it'll make it go like white into and make the line that way. It'll bring the white through there. And you can put a little extra white too around the edge to make sure that it will do that. Which I'm going to do is just put a little bit of rim of white around it. In fact, you could actually put any color you want to run through. But most of the time, like copper or black or one of the colors that are already in this, or tan maybe, or the copper. Yeah. So anyway, so I got this on the side here now to make the extra. I'm just going to spread this out a little. Oh, that is so pretty. I really like these colors. What did I use again? Oh my goodness, that's that neon yellow with the black. Made this beautiful green.
Yes.
Not an ugly green, which I hate those ugly greens. So, okay, now I'm going to take the white and I'm going to just swipe it through like this. Okay. Oops. I dripped into it. That's okay. That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, now she swiped that way. Oh, no, she went straight through like that. So now I'm going to take, it kind of didn't do nothing here. So I'm going to take it and go in a different section and swipe it this way. So I get those beautiful, and if I want that here, I could use a different comb, fool it. There you go. Okay? Okay. So use whatever combs you think will do the trick.
All right.
I'm going to try to get it to stop sliding off this side. Okay, there we go. Woohoo! Love the colors. Now, at this point, I want to decide how much negative space or white I want left there, or I want it all to tip off. When you have an effect like this, why would you tip the whole thing off?
Right.
Unless it's just not working the composition.
Right.
Which my composition is not working. Hers is more workable because she's got all the space around it already preserved. Mine's kind of going off in a couple of places, so it's going to be a little more challenging for me. So I'm going to just take this color, this in, and bring this out like this. Get some more of this going in here. Now, because I went through the white, when I went back into the dark, it put the white in there. See that?
Yes.
And I'm going to go through this way too, I think. White into that. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, you want to decide just how busy you want it to get. I might switch to different comb because it'll make different size marks. So, and this is experimenting. This is really experimenting. So you do want to experiment. So I'm going to just take this comb. It's thicker. Whoa, look what that did.
Oh.
I'm not sure I like that.
Right.
It really pulled a lot of the paint. But I've seen that happen before. And what I do is put some white paint and swipe through it again. So that's what I'm going to do, is just put a little bit of white paint in the rim here. So you need quite a bit of white paint handy, or the yellow. Take 2 strips across like that. Ooh, now you can see the yellow.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm going to do is take the brush and swipe again. This way, I think, through this black that I don't like that. There you go. See that? That just changed that. And that made it pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So, that's pretty. We're showing you how to fix something that you don't like happened. All right? Because that happens all the time. So, it's important to know how to fix. So, I like that yellow, so I'm going to put that yellow up here, too. And I'll swipe through it and put that rim of yellow, because it really shows the yellow when you just put it straight on like this. And I think this time I'm going to add some of the copper. And I'm not going to have them into each other, like I guess you can. But I just think it's going to make a cleaner swipe like this did. And so I'm going to use the same little magic comb and just go like that. So it looks like I'm losing a lot of my white. You can get it back by pouring another thing of white. Like, I like the space there. I like the space there. There's no space up here at all. It doesn't mean you have to have, in fact, don't have equal amounts on each corner. That's a no-no in design. But I might want to grab some of the white back. So I'll just take my white and flood the area. Get my white back. Phew, that stuff stinks. Okay, just get my white back. And then I can swipe a little bit of the comb through. Okay, there you go. Guys, see how easy it was to get that white back? That area that I didn't like? That's nice, Ange. Isn't that pretty? It's such a pretty technique. Oh, I love that green. The green is really nice. So now I got the white back in that corner, and so I'm not looking at each corner. This is different than this, this is different than this, and this is different than this. And I like the fact that it's doing that. I'm going to turn it to see if the composition is better this way. It'll give me an idea more of what's going on as far as composition-wise. This needs to come out, I think, out this way. So leaving it just like that, I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to add is, I want to repeat that yellow again that I have over there. And I want to repeat it and the copper. Woohoo! So I'm just going to put a little run of this straight along like that. And that's going to change composition. Not the white, not the copper, the black. No, not the black. Yeah, I did white. Yeah, okay. So using a lot of white. Well, because it has to run through things. So I'll put the white here. Whatever's going to run through the other one, that's the, if I'm going this way, that's where I want that white. If I want that to run through that. The same thing with this side. Oh, well, this side needs, see how we have this copper up here?
Yes.
It needs to repeat that here. So I'm going to put that right in the middle of the two. So the white is still predominant, going to run through, and I can make more of this up. All right. Much better. Much better. Mucho, mucho. Okay. And down here, I got the yellow. I'm going to put just a little bit of copper. Just a wee bit. That's it. And the white to run through the two of them. Now you can, what would happen if I put the black to run through the two of them? Let's see. Let's see. We're experimenting. This is where we're going to find out when we do switch to the bigger piece if this works. Right? Does this work? And do I want a wide tooth or I want a nice little skinny tooth like that? I think on the edges I like the skinnier tooth. Here we go with the black first. Oh,
Nice.
oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I want to carry it through that way. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I don't like this space. I probably can get rid of it easily. But let me finish doing this. And I don't want to keep my teeth dirty if I'm going to get a clean swipe there. So let me just wipe it off somewhere. Maybe paper towels. I think my composition is improving, and I'm going to turn it again to see what it's doing. So we're going to go like this. Oh, nice. I do like that. Oh, don't want to touch those. Oh, darn it. I went through my clouds. My cloud cells. Bummer. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. Let me just get this white out of here and see if I can just disguise what I did. Let's try to preserve the rest of those clouds. And they might come up again, you know. And then I'm going to turn it again. This copper is beautiful. Just a little bit more of a tooth here. So I think this is going to be beautiful in my black frame, actually. And I still don't like this space, but I'm going to turn it, and this is kind of blank. And you can leave parts of this uncombed. Look at the cells coming back up. Ooh, wait a minute. Where's my torch? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Let's torch it and help those cells come up. Oh, my God. Oh, look at that. What's happening? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's awesome.
Alrighty. So now I kind of like this beautiful opening. And we'll see what happens. We can leave it on. Just put it where it could both get at it. Move this guy over a little bit. Okay, so I like this white. I like this white. Don't have it here because I put the black through. They don't have to be the same on every corner. In fact, I recommend you don't make every corner the same. But the colors are repeating this way, and that's what you want to look at, stuff like that. But this corner is still bothering me, so I'm going to make a decision, and the decision probably is I love these lines kind of going through here, so I'm going to switch back to the big one. Don't disturb the cells, Ursula, and just go through like this, and see if let's see. Okay, that kind of closed up what I didn't like over there. And I can tilt, which I haven't done a whole lot of. So I'm going to turn it again. Now it has now become a horizontal piece. I don't like it vertical anymore. So you do want to keep turning your piece and see how the composition's working. This I love. And I'll tell you why. There's a much more bigger contrast here between darks and lights. There's very little here. It makes it much more exciting, the value change like that. This is beautiful. I do want to pull this into the center a little more, and this is gorgeous. And I'm going to bring you guys for a second into close-up. There's more to be done on this, but I'm not going to make it a long video because it is practice. And just want to show you what's happening. So this is what I was telling you. It's these beautiful cells have popped up, cloud cells, which Well, sometimes I try to get them and I can't even get them. So they just popped up. There was a little flow trail and everything, so maybe that was the reason. I don't know. Composition-wise, I think it's working better as horizontal. Let's see how Angie's doing over here. Angie needs a little more contrast. A little more dark versus light. Okay, see the difference? How it pops things out? So I'm going to show her how to do that, or I'll let her do it. Just tell her what to do and she'll do it. And what I did was add the black in and then just run it through a few more of the colors. I'm going to probably have to do that over here too. This has enough contrast. You don't want every corner the same, like I said. This is boring. This is boring. So, you know I don't like boring. So I'm going to do a contrast of white, just like I did in this corner. White, copper, and the black on the end, and run the black through. And cross your fingers and say a prayer. It won't screw it up. And you know something? If it screws it up, you could always tilt it off. and do a open pour cup into it. Okay, so let's try this, fixing this. Couple of things. But this is fun, Angie, isn't it?
It is.
It is fun. So we're going to fix this corner here, up here, and we're going to try to give her a little more contrast in hers. Now, with her permission, I just have to warn her, it could ruin it. But this is the practice one.
Right.
And good night. If you don't practice on a little one like this, then when you get to the big one and do this, you're like, it's too much to work with. It's horrifying.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm going to put new gloves back on quick. I got to forget about the time on the video. It makes me nuts. Okay. And I love all these little clouds popping up. And they're probably popping up because I moved the paint. I moved the paint with a comb. And they love when you move the paint. When you move the paint, cells pop up. So here's the experiment. I don't want it even. I do like the motion of this. It's got a beautiful motion to it. It's going to look gorgeous in a frame. I'm going to put, let me see, which one first? You got yellow and that there. When I run it through here, that's going to kind of disturb that. Maybe running it this way. Yeah. So let me try the white first. Experiment. Because I do want this. I want to repeat that. But I don't want to disturb that. I mean, that's really pretty.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. I really don't want to. And I don't want to disturb that. That's awesome. Now, I can tilt this off. Tilt this whole thing off. And see what happens. Which is another experiment. To tilt or not to tilt. That's another experiment. But let's try this first, because I could always tilt it off if it doesn't work, right? Right.
Yes.
You say so, Ursula. Don't follow me. Okay. Oh, I like the white in there already, see?
Right.
It's repeating. It's just added something there. Now, a little bit the copper. I have to make more of this up. Not too much. And the yellow. I'll make some more of that up. Not too much, because we don't really... now, if I pull that yellow through here, you're going to have yellow. So I really have to think about this, which direction I'm going to go. If I put the yellow here and pull it that way, I might just get more yellow, which is okay.
Right.
Where's the black going to go? I think it's got to go at the end. And I think I'm changing my mind, because I kind of like this. Well, I really like, whoops. Okay. I really like, I don't like that. I really like, go away. There you go. I really like, get rid of it right away. I really like, this. I really love this.
Oh, yeah.
This is boring to me. So maybe what I want to do is swerve it this way and go out that way. So there's a lot of the thinking to do here. This is not a mindless activity. Not completely mindless. And the black. Which way did I say? That way and that way?
This way and...
All right. So, oops. Let me see. Do I want to run the black through? I want the black, I think, on the inside. I hope this ain't a mistake. Well, we'll find out, won't we? No risk, no gain. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Okay, that looks good. Let's see what happens. And now to pick the comb. Got a lot of wide. Maybe for variation. Well, let me start with the small one, and I can switch to a big one. I don't have to do the whole thing with one comb. And are we going this way, or are we going? I think we said we're going to go this way.
Yeah.
That didn't change this much. Didn't turn green, which I wanted the green repeated up there. Let me try it this way. Okay, now we got kind of a swervy back and forth. But this is still boring to me, so got to keep experimenting. You know, that's my theme. Keep going. But think also. Think and pray. I really kind of like this and this and this. That's kind of pretty.
It is.
But this is stupendous. And I'm not getting more cells. I have white there. This is real white. And it needs to be broken up a little bit more. Okay. That's better. I wish this would have just pulled more. So, let's take a little bit of this black. I've got plenty of black. What happens if I pull it through that swimmy? Hopefully, it's going to make a little bit green. Maybe, maybe not. But this was in the cup, don't forget. This is not mixed together.
Right.
That's the difference. Okay, now it's over. Wow, it's like a curtain going over, opening up into it's a 3D thing going on now.
Yeah.
This is high, this is closer, that's further away. Of course, we don't want to leave this, so it's just what direction. Maybe continuing that direction or back out. Back out. It's just like a sweepy, swirly thing. Maybe let's pull it a little bit like this. You could also use the tip of it. You could use the tip of it to bring some of that, a different little shape to the ends of them, a little more of a fishtail shape. You could also use a skewer, which, by the way, we have a skewer right here. It's good to have things handy. And I forgot which gal loves to pull things through, just to make it a little more interesting. Don't want to disturb my cells. No. Don't do that, Ursula. Okay, so time to turn it again. Let's see what we got here. Something is missing, and I'm not sure what it is. That's the green. Now, it did get a little green with the black. I think what the thing to do is mix the two together and then pour it in. So I'm just going to get a little cup. Heck, if one thing doesn't work, try another thing. So I'm just going to think, don't worry, Angie, I can make more of this color up. I'm going to put a little bit of the yellow, just a little bit, and a little bit of the black. I hope you guys can see that. Right there, I guess. A little bit of the black, and instead of keeping them separate, let's mix it. Let's do a dirty pour. Yeah, I think it's getting green. I'm not sure if I'm going to stir it. I think I am going to stir it because I really want green. That's what I was fearful of in the first place, right? But in this case, phew, God, this stuff stinks. It got black. The black took over. But it's a little green. So let's add a little more yellow. And I'm going to add a little white to brighten it up. Okay. Let's see what I get, guys. Let's see what I get. It's okay to stop and ponder.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I recommend it. I don't know if I want to mix these two or just pour it like this. I think I'm going to just pour it like this. Nope, that's going to be all yellow. Let's mix it. Let's mix it a little. Ooh, okay. See the green?
Yep.
Let's do it a little bit. Ooh. That's strange. But I like it. And we're going to blow it anyway. Now, this is a great way to make this kind of an effect.
Yeah.
If you want it. So what we're going to do is, now that we got that there, now I'm going to run the brush through. So this is going to keep changing. If you keep on adding, keep adding, it'll keep changing. So I don't want this squiggly, so just run your thing through it. So then it becomes part of, and I stopped there because I like those.
Right.
Okay. I think that's prettier.
Yeah.
And I hope some cells come up. I'm really hoping some cells come up. I'm going to stop there and let Angie continue, show her where she needs to. She's going to have to really be, well, she watched me. So I think what we're going to have her do is add some stuff like I did, and then swipe through it, add some stuff, swipe through it, work with the darker colors. She saw how I mixed a little bit green up, a little darker green. And she's going to have to be willing to risk, and I think she's a risky gal. So why don't you see where this is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting. This is all the same.
Yes.
So let's add some corners of black and copper and yellow, and then run your brush through and see what happens.
Okay, great.
Okay, and I think I'll move the camera over there so you can see what she's doing. Oh, this is pretty good from up here. Okay, while she's doing that, I'm going to mix up some more of the copper and the yellow. She had enough white and black.
Yeah, I don't think I need any more white. I guess. Part of
Here, here's the white. We got plenty of white.
Okay.
We got more in that other jug too.
Just a little more yellow here to drag through.
Okay. She's experimenting. This is good. This is very good. So it's like, I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it. Well, you're not going to learn anything. It's going to just stay the way it is. And don't forget, this is the experimental one we're doing.
Right.
I'm going to make a suggestion.
Yes. Go this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go up just like that.
Okay.
Okay, and bring, now that's better. Okay, so we want to get this a little more, this corner a little better.
Okay.
So I'm going to make you up some
Yellow.
This is kind of, I would put a black right through here and run it through.
Okay.
You want to break up some areas that are just too big and boring. There's nothing going on. It's okay to have something's not going on, but okay, let's see if she does that. Okay, so the amount of stuff you put and the shape you put is why you got that.
Okay.
If you went right along there, then it's pretty. That it needed that, but now just add a little tiny bit more on the tip here and run it through.
Okay.
So it's just hasn't just stopped.
Okay.
Same thing with this end here. So just, you don't need much, but just need to run that black through, and so it doesn't just stop. Good idea. Go the opposite direction. See, and now you'll get a crisscross effect when you crisscross through it like that, and it makes another pretty,
I like it.
another pretty design, right?
Right.
So that's much more interesting than what was going on there before, right?
Yes.
So keep experimenting. While you're doing that, I'm going to put this on stop.
Okay.
Alrighty, so here's how our experimental, and this is an 11 by 14, our experimental comb pour turned out. And lo and behold, I can't believe it made cloud cells, which I love. So I think this is a pretty successful piece for an experiment. And here's Angie's. Woohoo! Beautiful motion in this. And we did add the dark. You saw it before. And I think you could agree that now it's just really beautiful piece. Comb pour makes such beautiful effects. And I think her piece is 13 by 13. It's a nice modern square piece. Beautiful. Well, that's it for today, guys. And that's the colors we used. Copper, neon yellow, white, and good old black. That's it for today. Happy painting. Stay healthy.